you could accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of difficult proportions. What it needs is Old Testament. Real rapid prototypes. Fire and brimstone coming down from the sky. Rivers and seas, oil and 40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes, rising from the grave, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
No, listen, no, I have not. No, I don't know of anybody that has died this week. No, I do not know if anybody has died this week. No, listen, one of the things I was asked about this morning when I came right in, people were like, well, listen, hey, did anybody die this week? And they said, are you going to have another memorial segment? Because all of a sudden, that's what I've become known for. You know, it's out of nowhere. Here I am trying to be the puppet that gives you the magic and nostalgia of your cartoons every Saturday morning with what I do. But then out of nowhere, like now people associate me with, oh yeah, somebody died. Sam's going to talk about it. No, that's not how it's not how we wanted it to be. But if that's how it is, well, that's what we need to do. Setting the standard, raising the bar, one dead celebrity at a time. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning. I want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. Sir Philosopher, first on the Instagrams. That's the Sam Cam right over here. Big M over there. Let's see here. I see a Life of Mike, Mud Scuffer over there. Columer over here on YouTube. King of all media puppets, Big M. Most cigarettes with Bruce Banner. Bruce, shout out to Brucey Banner. Listen, I was up last night chatting with those guys at about 1:30 in the morning. Well, no, well, it was because you see, you're right. Well, you're over. Yeah. What are you doing, Germ? What are you talking about? Don't talk. Listen, don't sit there. I have something that I have an appointment every single Friday night at 10:30 where I'm supposed to introduce the Flex Friday Tag Team Champions. Right. Bruce Banner, a.k.a. Jesus, and the Casual Toy Collector. But then all of a sudden you sit there and tell me that you have to sit there and mess around with high school football? You have to mess around with high school football as I'm sitting there waiting because I have an appointment. No, it's a broadcast appointment, broadcast excellence. You know, listen, far be it from me to not be, listen, as the most trusted puppet in media, joining the biggest risk taker in all of YouTube. Yeah. So if I'm the most trusted puppet in media, Brucey and Kaz are the biggest risk takers on YouTube. Why is that? Well, because every Friday night at 10:30, they have what we call the Casual Toy Chat. You talk about the toys that you collected throughout the week. You know, kick back a few drinks. You know, if you maybe you have a cigar, a stogie, blazing it up. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Anyway, but yes, no, you're just hanging out. No, you're not going out in public. You're not becoming a nuisance. And no, you're not stealing all the clothes out of the clothes sections at a Target or a Walmart or hell, even a Neiman Marcus, like if you were in San Francisco. No. You're just hanging out with the boys at the Kaz Bar every single Friday night, 10:30. The Casual Toy Collector was there last night. And but it was late. It was late instead of opening, like I said, and Germ is sitting there over there. You're cheating on me, Germ. That's what's happening. High school football. Seriously? What? Hold on. Wait, what? There was a fight. What do you mean you didn't see it? Well, of course I know that you're doing radio production. I know you didn't see it. So is somebody live streaming it? No? Oh, man. You know, there was a fight at a high school football game on the radio, but, you know, you can't really enjoy the fight at the football game, the high school football game. Yeah, of course, both players got ejected, right? Yeah, they did. Okay, so yeah, both players got ejected. Oh, this is before halftime. Oh, yeah, right. No. Those were not fireworks during halftime. No. Yeah, well, I'm glad everybody was okay. No, I'm not going to tell you what they were, but they weren't fireworks popping off at halftime. No, well, there was a fight that went down. Hey, listen, you know what? You bring it. I might have to bring my boys at halftime. Damn it, you can't even go see a high school football game anymore without worrying about some riffraff nonsense. Oh, God bless America. It's Saturday morning, 9:39 here on the 9th day of September in the year 2023. Now, okay, so we started a little bit late. And I know that, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see here. Let me check the emails here. Ah, yes, hold on. Yeah, well, of course, that's what it's called. The secret. No, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. What's SECRET? Secret. What was it? The secret. Yes, service. Service. No, not that secret. Sir. No. Jerry Anderson theme. Right. Yes, that's the one. Okay. About a minute and 29 seconds. Okay, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. The reason why I bring that up is because every single week I have the professor of nostalgia. Now, of course, I'm the most trusted puppet in media. But just because I'm the most trusted puppet in media doesn't mean that there's someone out there with another amazing title. Professor of nostalgia is something that we have applied to our next caller here in just a few moments. And that is Professor Deep Cut Dave. And you ask, well, Deep Cut Dave, well, what is Deep Cut Dave doing? Well, Deep Cut Dave gives us a deep cut every single week. A lot of times he gives us a few. But this week, because we started a little bit late, Deep Cut Dave is going to be calling in here in just a few moments. As soon as he does, we'll bring him up here live and we'll chat for just a moment with Deep Cut Dave. Payback, WWE Payback. Did you guys watch that last week? Well, that was on WWE Payback. Well, we talk about wrestling on Saturday mornings. Talk about some cartoon themes, things that you have not heard ever. Ever. No, I say not ever, but maybe you've not ever heard before. Well, maybe that is ever. I don't know. Anyway, so we're waiting for Deep Cut Dave. He's calling here in just a moment. Yeah, well, he is. Well, of course he is. And so, well, yeah, Jerry Anderson's The Secret Service. That's the deep cut of the week. We'll be playing that here in just a few minutes after he calls in. I have a couple of other things that we'll play moving into the top of the hour. Now, I'll be there at the top of the hour, of course, setting the standard, raising the bar like we always do. Now, so I do believe that we do have Dave here on the line. Shout out to Animal Mother Customs and David Harris, who just joined in on on Instagram. And let's see what's going on. Okay, so here we are. It is, once again, like I said, the 9th day of September in the year 2023. And I do believe that I do have the professor on the line with me. Professor, are you there? Ah, yes, the professor is there. Yes, so Professor, I am thankful so much. Once again, like there was some snaffoolery. That's the new word, snaffoolery, going on when we got here this morning, but we were able to get it all set up. And of course, being able to bring you in, actually starting right out of the gate, having you here. So that means that you're going to be on the Instagram live feed as well. But I was telling them just before you came on that every Saturday morning we play cartoon themes. Now, there's a lot of cartoon themes and there's a lot of shows that happen that everyone is familiar with. However, there are some shows that people are not familiar with. And that's why we get you to come on every single week to go ahead and allow you to talk to us about some of the shows that we may not be familiar with, refresh us and give us some information, some insight on something we should go maybe look up. Maybe if there's a DVD, a Blu-ray, or online on YouTube or somewhere else illegally. But anyways, the only thing that matters is that you're here to educate us as the professor that you are. So with that build up, I hope you are now standing on the soapbox, that which I have made with my beautiful puppet voice, and tell us. Here I am as the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, Sam Newsman. What is going on with is Jerry Anderson's The Secret Service from 1969? What is this all about? What is this all about?
Was really like the first show of his that really bombed.
What do you mean? But so it was a flop.
Only 13 episodes.
13 episodes of Jerry Anderson's The Secret Service. It was his first flop, is what you're saying, but he had success prior to this. I'm a
Thunderbird, Captain Scarlet. I mean, those were all.
And this is another one of those puppet animation shows, correct?
Well, this was actually a combination puppet and live action.
Okay, can you explain that a little bit more? Is this kind of like Mary Poppins in cartoons?
Kind of.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's where it gets kind of weird. There is Father Stanley Unwin. He's a kindly country bishop.
A bishop? You mean like a religious person bishop?
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. The actor's name is Stanley Unwin.
Okay.
And he's not affiliated with any religious order that I'm aware of. But besides being the local father, he's also a secret agent of Bishop.
And what exactly is Bishop?
Well, it's one of those, the acronyms, spy names. It was very big in the 60s.
Okay, so there was live action and there was puppetry, and there was 13 episodes, and it was a big flop, is what you're saying. And so,
Father Stanley is the main agent, and his gardener is like his sidekick. And when the need arises, he can shrink his gardener to puppet size, so he can fight crime.
Okay, all right. Well, that's very interesting. So after this flop, the question that I have for you is that did Jerry Anderson have any other successes after this, or was this the flop that took him out of what was going on?
This, and then he did a show called, I believe it was called The Inspectors. That didn't even get picked up.
Ouch.
Yeah, pretty much anything that could have gone wrong on that show did. It's about two kids. They're on vacation in Malta, and they actually shot it in Malta. And there was rain, there was drought, there was pretty much everything short of a blizzard. Wrecked the sets, delayed everything. And basically, these two kids, they find there's this alien intelligence, and it's like, oh, I'll give you the ability to shrink down to puppet size so you can, I don't know, fight crime or something.
Well, I mean, nothing says fighting crime more than shrinking in size. Yeah, right. That's like tucking your head between your tails. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you what, nothing scares a criminal more than doing those things, correct?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess criminals are terrified of small things. I don't know.
That is not what she said. Wait, oh my gosh, but sorry, I had to. It was Saturday morning. So, okay, another thing that wanted to chat about is the results from WWE Payback. We had a little bit of a prediction last week, and before we head out here, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left. Your thoughts on Payback, some of the things that happened, your predictions that you were right about, and anything that surprised you.
Well, I was surprised that the Judgment Day came as strong as it did.
They beat Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. How was that? What was that was the surprise of the night. I will agree with you there.
I was genuinely shocked by that.
Yeah, well, and you've been watching wrestling for years. I've been watching wrestling years myself. Yeah, it was weird. And I think later in the show, they had a promo with their belts draped over their shoulders. Bizarre. I was not expecting that. Well, yes, absolutely. Well spoken, like the professor that you are. I completely agree with you. Anything else that happened during the show? Any other matches that stands out in your mind? I know that was the biggest surprise, but what winners, losers, predictions that you got wrong? What do you think?
Well, I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought
With your with your own picks, you were pleasantly surprised with your own picks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Way to be. Modesty is another thing that he is good at. The professor over there predicting the matches. But as far as where we're moving forward with the storyline, what is happening? What do we need to watch for moving forward into the next couple of weeks into whatever pay per view is after that that you can watch on Peacock?
Well, I had thought they were going to give, they might have Cody Rhodes go after Seth Rollins, but well, now I'm not so sure.
Okay, can you expound on that a little bit more?
Well, the idea was that Cody's going to win and he's going to win the title, and then he blows it at WrestleMania, and well, the idea is that they basically gave Rollins the revamped heavyweight belt, so Cody can finally have a run at a main event title.
Right.
Well, I mean, so far I haven't really seen anything.
Well, they're going to try to. Well, listen, WrestleMania is not until next year sometime. So, do you think Cody's going to get any? Is Cody going to?
Good turn around.
Well, I was going to say, does Cody need to get any other belt before he gets the one that is on Roman Reigns next year at WrestleMania?
The Intercontinental Champion.
Right. What, since he's been back?
Well, no, I mean before he left.
Oh, okay. That's different, though, Professor. Isn't that different? Like now he's the prodigal son, the one that returned home to the kingdom that Vince McMahon built. But anyway, so even though there is one royal family, and that is McMahon, but outside of that,
he might move to AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns.
Really? Okay, so the prediction is AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. AJ Styles, one of the best performers in the business. Love AJ Styles. And another thing, he's a gamer. He's a huge video gamer. That's always cool. But I saw an interview not too long ago where he says the person that he loves working with is The Miz. The Miz lost to LA Knight, but in terms of working with The Miz and performing, AJ Styles mentioned that whenever he has the opportunity to work with The Miz, he's there. He says he's taken that opportunity. Oh, we're going to work a couple of shows. We're going to do a couple of travel tours and stuff, and I get to work with The Miz. I'm on it. Yes, there's a Raw, there's a SmackDown. Let's have a thing for a couple of months. He says as soon as it's The Miz, AJ Styles, he says he is all over it. The Miz lost to LA Knight. Yeah, who tends to be the proverbial fan favorite in a lot of circles. What's your thoughts on The Miz, LA Knight, and also AJ Styles' comments in terms of being someone that you just as a performer you want to work with?
Yeah, no, I agree. LA Knight really, I think they're doing a good job with him. They're not pushing him, he's not getting shoved into the fans' faces. He's letting his natural charisma carry him, which is good.
Correct. So is this going to continue to go on? I guess, is he going to move on? Is there going to be a particular title that LA Knight moves to?
Well, I don't know. They could have him go after the mid-card title, but, his momentum, they may push him into the world scene. I don't know.
The world scene with Rollins, or, Roman Reigns he's off limits, right? Until Cody Rhodes and him WrestleMania next year, right? Isn't that kind of how it's going to go down? It's kind of like that Rock and Cena thing, right?
Maybe.
Well, I like you're trying to be semi-neutral while I'm trying to give the hot takes. Well, listen, Dave, I have Jerry Anderson's The Secret Service I'm going to play here. Dave, I want to thank you, of course, for being a part of the show. setting the standard, raising the bar, the only way a real nostalgia professor knows how to do. So we want to thank you for being a part of the show. Dave, you have a wonderful weekend, sir. I guess we will talk to you next week. Absolutely. All right. God willing, we'll speak to Dave next week. Dave, you have a wonderful weekend, sir, and we'll talk to you again. Yes, sir. That is Deep Cut Dave coming in hot. Coming in hot. Jerry Anderson's The Secret Service. That's what we're going to be playing here. We're going to play that, and then we'll be back, of course, at the top of next hour. I think we might keep. We might. We're going to do it. Yeah. Well, I think that we're going to open up the phone lines after the D block. Yep. So we're going to come back. We're going to talk for a few moments. We're going to the D block, and then we're going to open up the phones after the D block. It is a broadcasting risk, but we'll be able to do it. And we'll give you the number here on the other side of the break. Once again, when you hear my beautiful puppet voice. How do you hear it? Well, you're hearing it live here on WDCE 90.1 FM. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE and you can listen to the show in all of its radio glory. Now, to hear my beautiful puppet voice in all of its majestic glory, you can follow me at Sam Newsman because we're here live. We actually had Dave live on the phone here in a segment where we were live, which we don't do that often. A lot of things, working parts and all of that, but we got it to work just because, well, you know what? We started a little bit late, but that's okay. 9:55 here on the 9th day of September in the year 2023 here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.